I am so sick and tired of these Hollywood elitists telling us what movies we can and cannot like. I just want to hear from the everyday man, common moviegoer, people like you, people like me, giving half-star Letterboxd reviews to this year's Oscar-nominated movies. The absolute most tedious bore fest. But look, it's that saddest guy from 50 Shades of Grey. There was some splattered nacho cheese on the corner of the screen in the theater, and that was 10 times more interesting than anything that was actually happening in the movie. There was actually probably 10 times the amount of color that was in the movie too. I'd rather listen to Imagine Dragons on an endless loop than watch any clip from this horrendous film. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Gotta say, the TED Talk one-liner's getting a little old. Almost as old as knocking Imagine Dragons. Like, we can be a little more original than that, can't we? Seriously, a prime example of the death of American cinema, astoundingly pedantic and pandering. Covered my eyes. The best way to watch any movie. Dumb and stupid, and wants to tackle big issues, but then reminds itself that Apple TV has funded its production, so it backs down big time. Tame and clean and pathetic. Yeah, clearly Apple isn't brave enough to talk about the big issues. A girl with deaf parents? Phew, tame and pathetic if you ask me. A Disney Channel original movie / ABC Family / This Is Us / TikTok video about a walking tub of mayonnaise. Ooh. Who thinks she can sing. This feels like a direct sequel to The Fallout with the same awkward shots but more white people. They're giving the best picture nominations to Hallmark movies now. There's literally no excuse for any of us to not make it in life. That's the motivation I like to see. To be honest, I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this one. Like being beaten over the head with a Twitter feed. This movie is the reason I'm suspended on Twitter. In all fairness to this dude, Adam McKay would be the type of person to be super petty and get you banned off of Twitter for not liking this movie. Stupid movie with a good cast. Just a Democrat fantasy. I think it's time to start keeping track of all these reviews that are negative for political reasons. I couldn't understand any of the words they were saying. I refuse to drive your car. I'm just gonna drive my boat instead. Checkmate, liberal. That's two. This film chooses pretentious explainer monologues instead of dialogue and somehow managed to leave characters unexplored with plenty of time. This was the most disappointing movie from 2021, and I saw Space Jam: A New Legacy. Ah yes, peak cinema, the character development of Space Jam: A New Legacy. My friend and I were just cracking jokes in the cinema and everyone was falling asleep. Plus, I got Zendaya baited. Thanks. Only watched to see Timothy moan while his hand was in that box. Doing this so hopefully the Academy sees. Don't give Dune any awards. Don't do it. I haven't seen the film, but thank you, dude. Thank you. Please speak up to the Academy. We have to stop Dune from getting any awards. I also think I'm going to keep a separate tally for people who reviewed a movie they didn't actually watch. Pursuit of Happiness, but with tennis. You're wording this as if it's a bad thing. The best part of the movie was the credits. Shallow. Fine if you're looking for a Christmas movie. Didn't watch, but Serena Williams likes NFTs, so I will never ever watch or appreciate this movie. If I wasn't allowed to like a movie based on the actors or production team liking NFTs, I don't think I would be allowed to watch any movie. Also, count that for number 2 for people who didn't actually watch the movie they reviewed. Hadn't seen it, but I'd kill Paul Thomas Anderson. That's 3. The main actress is not attractive at all. I want to watch a movie with a sexy, hot actress. If you enjoyed this film, I assume you are a predator yourself. That's so true. Like, if you find yourself enjoying a problematic protagonist, it's probably because you are a problematic protagonist. Absolutely hated it. The carnival half is a slog to sit through. Just so devoid of life, character, and fun. Then the back half plays the most predictable mishmash of film noir tropes I've ever seen. I can't believe GDT made this. It's so incredibly basic and formulaic. Super disappointing. What a waste of the Mara / Blanchett post-Carol reunion. Blah. I don't believe Guillermo del Toro has ever met a real-life woman. This would be the greatest fun fact of all time, if true. Maliciously bleak, riddled with plot holes, and carried on the shoulders of great actors and cinematography. All wasted on a screenplay that might have been written by a first-year film school student. I hate that this movie cost me 2.5 hours of my life. I appreciate the honesty because in all your hatreds for this movie, you still acknowledge it had good cinematography. That's how you know this is a real movie critic. Wokeback Mountain. Yeah, we'll count that as a political review. The reverse cowboy genre just doesn't do it for me. Not gay enough. Not a fan of westerns. It's about a mean man. Beautifully shot. Another prime example of finding the beauty in movies you hate. Also, sorry it wasn't gay enough, I guess. This film is a physical representation of Taylor Swift being the New York tourism ambassador. Terrifying to me that people enjoy this. At least Cats took risks. Yeah, the risk of having Taylor Swift in that movie. Should have made a Kanye West Side Story instead. I want to know what happened to the good old days of gang warfare, when they didn't dance in the streets to settle beefs. They just shot each other. Buddy, I'm pretty sure that still exists, and I believe someday you will find it. So that's what I'm talking about. I want to hear from those types of people, the everyday movie people like you and me. Let's fill up these comment section with what we really think about these movies. And let's also go watch the Oscars. I'm very excited to watch the Oscars. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you next time.